Hello and welcome. You're watching Market Headstart on Moneycontrol. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is where we get you prepared for the trading setup of the day as well. And I have with me Kshitij Anand. He's the markets editor at Moneycontrol. Morning Kshitij,
Morning.
and thanks very much for joining in. Well, 2 consecutive days of decline is what we've already witnessed on the benchmark indices. Both the Sensex and the Nifty recorded losses in 2 consecutive days. But yesterday, what was a breather was that Nifty, managed to protect the 12,000 level as well. But today is going to be a big day because it is going to be impacted by not just global cues but also domestically, because there is the Delhi elections verdict day today. So Kshitij, what is the big expectation from first of all the political aspect as well, and how is it likely to impact the markets today?
Right. Well, morning Sakshi, and good morning viewers. Well, if you really sum up what really happened in the last 2 trading session, it was more or less, we saw some bit of profit taking at higher levels as and when Nifty 50 tried to inch towards 12,200 levels. We saw some bit of breather or some bit of selling pressure. But the good part is that we are still above, or we are still trading above 12,000 odd levels on the Nifty, and but Sensex, we slipped below the 41,000 mark in yesterday's trading session. But yes, today is a new day, and there's some breather we can see in the global markets. In fact, so that could in fact actually have a rub-off effect on Indian markets as well. If you remember yesterday, the global cues were not that good, and that's why we saw some bit of selling pressure at higher levels. But today we're looking, it'll be more for consolidation, but probably on the upside. And yes, 2 events. One is political event, the other one is a macro event. So 2 events will impact the D-Street sentiment in today's trading session. One is definitely the outcome of the Delhi Assembly elections, and it will be, although the exit polls show that AAP or Aam Aadmi Party will be able to form another government for the 3rd time in a row. But it will be interesting to see how BJP performs if in case it manages to get more than 3 seats what it had in the last assembly election in 2015. Then definitely that'll be a sentiment booster for the markets as well. Apart from that, on the macroeconomic front, CPI inflation data for the month of January as well as IIP data for the month of December will be watched out for, and these 2 data points will be an important. Why? Because the RBI MPC policy meeting, suggested that the inflation is going to inch upwards in 2020. So that remains to be seen how the inflation pans out for the month of January. Apart from that, if you look at rupee, in fact, it appreciated slightly by around about 10 paisa against the US dollar. But on the institutional front, FPIs were net sellers to the tune of nearly 200 odd crores, but DIs were net buyers for more than 700 odd crores. So I think all in all, Sakshi, we should be on a stable wicket in today's trading session, and probably head towards 12,050 and 12,100 levels if the momentum stays.
All right, so there are stable global cues that we are looking at, and apart from this, on the domestic front, there is going to be slight volatility that we can expect on the back of kind of the verdict that really comes on the Delhi elections as well. But the important thing will be to watch out for the CPI inflation data that will come out post the market hours today. But apart from this, again, back on the domestic front, the focus is on the earnings season, and as we come towards the fag end of the seasons, more and more companies are reporting their earnings.
Yes.
About 300 companies will be reporting their earnings even today, with most of the companies falling in the mid cap and small cap category. But in the large caps, again, a whole lot of PSU majors will also be reporting their earnings today.
Yeah.
So Kshitij, which are the top names on your radar today as far as the earnings go, and what kind of earnings are you expecting there?
Right. Well, nearly 300 companies on the BSE will declare the results for the quarter ended December today. Well, the first or the prominent one being Coal India. Here, the net profit is likely to fall by 26% on a year-on-year basis. For BHEL, the net profit is likely to fall by over 6% on a year-on-year basis. And for Siemens, here the net profit is likely to remain flat at around about 287 crores. Now remember, all the estimates are from Motilal Oswal.
All right, so these are the important earnings that you need to watch out for in today's trading session.
Yes.
But apart from this, what is very important to understand is how the technical is placed at the moment, what kind of chart patterns are suggesting, and which way should traders really move in today's trading session.
Right.
So Kshitij, 12,000 protected on the downside, so
Yes.
that's a big positive. You did say that we may be moving towards 12,050 as
Right.
well. But, volatility is something that we do not rule out on a day like today.
Absolutely not.
But in this kind of a scenario, what should traders be doing, and which are the important levels on the index that they should be looking out for?
Right. Well, if you look at the chart pattern for yesterday's trading session, Nifty 50 formed a bearish bell hold kind of a pattern. Now, for today, if in case we do form a bearish candle, that it will confirm that pattern and we could eventually head towards south in that case. That means 11,950 and 11,900 level is something which we are looking at. But if in case we do get a bullish candle in today's trading session or towards the end of the day on the daily charts, then definitely it will suggest that the downside is slightly protected. We are seeing more of buying pressure at lower levels, and that will help Nifty regain 12,050 and 12,000 level. In fact, help towards heading north. Now, crucial levels to watch out for in today's trading session would be 11,990. Now, that was the intraday low formed in yesterday's trading session. So, in case we breach this level, the next bit of support is at 11,950. On the high side, 12,100 and followed by 12,200 are your crucial resistance level to watch out for. If you look at the call open interest data, then it suggests that the maximum call open interest is placed at 12,500, 12,400, and maximum put open interest is still placed at 12,000 levels, followed by 11,500. So, in case we breach this 11,990 or 12,000 levels, then yes, traders can opt for going short for a target of 11,770. That's what most technical experts are suggesting at this point in time.
All right, so those are the crucial levels that you really need to watch out for, and they will be defining the trading range also for the markets today.
Right.
But apart from this, if you really need to have a stock-specific approach, there'll be a whole host of stocks that will be in action on the back of news flows also today.
Right.
So Kshitij, which are the top stocks on your radar?
Right. Well, the first stock that we have on the list is Ntpc. Now, the country's largest power generation company reported 25% year-on-year rise in the December quarter profit. Apart from that, Grasim Industries will be in focus. Now, the Aditya Birla Group firm reported 9.3% decline in consolidated net profit at 1,039 crores. An Indian overseas bank will be in focus. Now, the company or the bank reported widening of its net loss to 6,075 crores during the December quarter, owing to higher provisions for bad loans.
All right, so those are the important stocks that you need to look at on the back of news flows, and they will be in action today. But apart from this, we also have some technical recommendations for you for the day. So Kshitij, who have you spoken to and what do we have for the day?
Right. Well, to make your day more profitable, we spoke to HDFC Securities and they've given us 3 recommendations for today. Well, the first stock that they have on the list is Tata Chemical. Well, that's a buy call for a target of 825 and a stop loss of 735. Wockhardt, that's another buy for a target of 393 and a stop loss of 350. Galaxy Surfcans, well, that's another buy for a target of 1,800 and a stop loss of 1,550. Now remember, the return potential is close to 7 to 10% on all the 3 stocks. Well, these are not intraday trading ideas, but more of a positional play. So in case you initiate any positions based on these recommendations, well, do consult your financial advisor.
Right. Thanks a lot then, Kshitij, for sharing these ideas. All buy ideas and upside of up to 10% is what you can expect on these stocks on a day like today. And with that, it's a wrap here on this edition of Market Headstart. You stay logged on to moneycontrol.com for more news and updates. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.